June 12th, 2011, Game 6 of the NBA Finals, the moment when the world's most gifted basketball player faced his greatest crisis.
There's something about LeBron James. I don't understand it. To lose in the finals the way that he did, champions don't do that. They just don't.
Probably one of the hardest times of my life. After the finals, I sat in my room for 2 weeks. Did absolutely nothing, talked to absolutely nobody.
But to understand this moment and the transformation that followed, we need to go back to where it all began. February 27th, 2002. Every generation has its prodigies, but none carried a heavier burden than a teenager from Akron, Ohio.
Every game that we have is sold out.
James has created such a buzz that his team can no longer play here in its own gym. It's too small.
Shaq shows up to your game. I don't know, that was just wild to me.
James is already the subject of a sneaker war between Adidas and Nike. His high school wears Adidas, and James receives custom-made sneakers complete with his initials and number.
The pressure was unprecedented. A teenager carrying the hopes of a city, the expectations of millions, and the weight of being called the next Michael Jordan.
He's one of those teenage phenoms that come along in their given sport and are so gifted, like a Venus Williams, a Serena Williams, a Tiger Woods, a Kobe Bryant, an Alex Rodriguez. And all I know is if he's half as good as all I've heard about him, he is going to be one special athlete.
But being a prodigy is a double-edged sword. For every chosen one who rises to greatness, others crumble under the weight of expectations.
At 16, I was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. At 17, my high school games was on national television. So I've been covered, and either you had something good to say about me or you had something bad to say about me, even at 15.
The tools for handling this pressure have always existed. The challenge was accessing them, which brings us back to his room in 2011, a moment of truth that would either break LeBron James or transform him into something greater.
After the loss to Dallas in the 2011 finals, I knew that the physical side wasn't going to just be enough. And also the level of scrutiny that I was dealing with, I lost the love of fun for the game. And I knew that was the mental side. And once I started to not only build the physical side, which I pretty much knew how to do, but also elevate the mental side of it, I think that's when it kind of changed from.
What emerged from those 2 weeks of isolation wasn't just a new training regime. It was a complete reinvention of the mind. In the quiet moments before dawn, when most players were still sleeping, LeBron would sit in meditation, 5, 10, 20 minutes of stillness, just breath and presence, training his mind to stay focused in the chaos.
To be able to be in a packed arena on the road, to be able to find a moment, 2 minutes or 1 minute or whatever, 30 seconds, to be able to close my eyes, and it's meditation, basically.
He learned to control his breath with precision. Fourth quarter, tied game, crowd roaring. LeBron would take 3 deep breaths. The heart rate slows, the mind clears. A technique so simple, yet so crucial that he practiced it daily.
And just kind of relax myself and calm myself, take deep breaths.
Yet the biggest revelation came in understanding that mental strength isn't built during performance. It's built in the quiet hours of recovery. While others focused on ice baths and massage, LeBron discovered something more fundamental.
One thing that I learned early on in my professional career is that the best recovery, whatever you can do, can never, ever substitute for sleep. That's when the mind and the body is at ease. That's when the body is recovering. And for me, I take sleeping very seriously.
These routines, meditation, breathing, sleep, became the foundation of LeBron's approach. While other players focused solely on physical training, he understood a deeper truth.
All training to be the best. Everyone's getting up and working out and lifting weights and running extra and doing things they can do to physically maintain. But I believe that when you have this here, and this is at its strongest, that sometimes when the physical fades away, you can still be at your best because you're just head over heels of a lot of people on the mental side.
These techniques formed the core of his mental training. And now, the same tools are available to every athlete who dreams of reaching their full potential. The results speak for themselves. After implementing these mental techniques, LeBron went on to win 4 NBA championships, including the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history.
I think the mental side of the game is way over 50%, probably about 80%.
The techniques that transformed LeBron James from a prodigy under pressure to a legend of the game aren't secrets anymore. They're skills that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. You just need to do 2 things. 1, get started. 2, stick with it. And that's the hard part. But
There's nothing worth having that's easy.
every champion's journey started somewhere. Yours starts here.